No, well, I keep cash on me.
I
Well, actually,
see.
no, I don't have any cash on me right now. But
You need some?
usually, nice.
Okay. But you're like you got to be a trillionaire at this point.
Oh, stop it!
I mean,
stop
you did-
it! I'm,
you
I'm,
did
I'm,
Two
I'm
shows
doing
at Dodger
okay.
Stadium.
I'm doing all right for myself.
How crazy! So you did a show at Dodger Stadium, and then you added a second show.
Yes.
That's got to feel insane.
It was very much insane. So I was selling more tickets than the Dodgers at the time, and now they're killing it. So now they're killing it with Ohtani and the rest of the team,
Sure.
and now they're back-to-back champions. So I feel like I was the catalyst for that.
Yeah,
I kicked it off.
Damn.
Wow.
That is cool, man.
So where do you stand? Like at home plate? How's that work?
I've seen many concerts at Dodger Stadium, and the stage is set up in the outfield. It's set up over by the bleachers, and so you're sitting probably right around second base.
Oh,
So
okay.
the seats come all the way out and stuff like that.
Wow.
They try not to have seats actually on the bases and stuff like that because they don't want to mess up the mound.
Sure.
So they have like a thing they put on the floor.
There it is.
They put a thing on the floor so it protects the grass. and
Oh
stuff like
my
that.
God.
How was the show though? Because I feel like comedy outdoors always kind of sucks.
And
little bit.
as somebody who does a lot of fairs, you're always dealing with the elements. You're always dealing with, you got planes and helicopters, you got bugs, you got the weather. Sometimes it's humid, sometimes it's raining.
Right.
Sometimes, and I've had to perform through all of that. The scary one is when it's raining, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be out here.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can't get our deposit back. And I'm like, no, I'm out there freaking kicking water like Tay-Tay, right? But luckily, that's a real picture. I know it looks fake, but that was, man.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah. If
But
I had a Tinder, that'd be my picture right there.
Hell yeah.
That'd be it. This is this guy.
Damn. Imagine that. All those people laughing, coming back at you. That's a beautiful
Incredible feeling,
Man.
And I thought that I was going to have to adjust the show because anytime you perform for a big crowd, you always, you slow down a little bit to allow for the timing and everything. But in a situation like that, it was almost like a comedy club because the sound was so good. They had I think they call them delayed towers out in the crowd, so everybody was getting it immediately.
Oh, my
So
God.
it wasn't like a thing.
That's incredible. And did they do any baseball?
No, that was-
Okay.
And I was terrified at first because it's like I've done the intro at Dodger Stadium. I've done the, and now it's time for Dodger baseball. And you would hear it and it would sound, now, time,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, God, I hope it doesn't sound
Sure.
like that.
Were you the
Sure.
first comic to do a ballpark? I know Burr did Fenway, right?
Yes, I was the first one to do Dodger Stadium. Bill Burr did his a few months later.
All right. You beat
So,
him.
I mean, yeah, that's a right there,
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I
And
think
that's your
so.
team too, the Dodgers.
Dodgers, yes.
That's crazy. to
That's
play your
amazing.
hometown
So to do a
team.
show that size at home was freaking awesome. For
And
me.
Did
Two of
they
them.
give you any cool swag as like a little gift?
I get perks. What
What kind of perks?
Any of the swag that I make my own merch, so I can make whatever I want.
Right.
But whether it's a bat or something signed and stuff like that, or, show up on a special day, it's like ooh. But
Look at some box seats,
I haven't really asked for anything. I think if you ask for it, they'll give you more. But there was no like, well, now we want to present you with this and present you with that.
But you don't get tickets for life and shit? I mean, you should be able to just walk in the stadium
I'm
now.
pretty sure if I asked to go, again, I think it's just if I make a call, but I haven't.
Okay. That's
and I don't want to be that guy either. Hey, you know who I am, right?
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I did here.
Right.
No.
Right.
So
Damn.
I'm just happy that it happened, and I can talk about it, and it's there forever. It'll be on my tombstone. So when I'm born this date, died this date, and on the bottom Dodger Stadium.
Hell yeah.
That's your number one, you think, so far?
Biggest show, yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, just achievement.
Just
You think-
achievement, yeah.
I
And
love
then
those
two of them.
Hollywood. What's that Hollywood Cemetery?
The Hollywood Cemetery.
You know
yeah.
that one I'm talking about? Where they have like Mel
Movies.
Blanc.
They'll have movie night and stuff like that.
But they have like Mel Blanc who voiced Bugs Bunny, and on his tombstone it says, "That's all, folks."
Hey.
That is the
I love
best. That is the best.
You
That's
can't
great.
top that
With that.
tombstone.
That's
and
great.
Was it? It's either Carlin or Dangerfield. I got to look it up, but he was here just a minute ago.
Ooh.
That's a great tombstone.
Can't remember who it was. It was like Jack Parr. Might be. He won't be right back.
Hey. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe mine will be you're dead to me. Okay. Sorry.
It'll just be the dog.
Yeah, there you go. Rough. Yeah. So now where do you go from Dodger Stadium? Are you back in arenas?
So after Dodger Stadium happened, I actually contemplated retiring because I'm like, I just jumped the shark. What am I supposed to do now? Like, this is
Exactly.
the craziest goal, and after you do it, it's like, okay, like what am I supposed to do now? So it's like, all right, I still had an obligation to do another special. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go back on the road and just go back to the routine.
Yeah,
till
what's
it's
your
time to
process for
record.
that? Do you go smaller venues to build back up, or what do you do?
A lot of times I do like going back to clubs, and that's what I did. These last couple months that I was getting ready for SoFi, I just wanted to get in as many. That was the new goal, by the way.
That's amazing.
In order for me to get excited about wanting to go out and tour and just build up a new set, I needed to set a goal. And so that's when I approached Joe Coy about the idea about teaming up and said, hey, man, come on, man. Look, this is where we're at in our career. And I did the math. I said, okay, you sell out these many shows. This is how many tickets you sell. This is how many tickets I sell. This is the biggest market we have. All the boxes were just like, if we do this, it can't fail. Just based on the math alone, it cannot fail. Mm-hmm. And, I was right.
And you're doing it?
And we're doing it. So we're doing it next week, next Saturday, SoFi Stadium. So that is that. On Sunday, I'm going to find myself in that same situation.
Wow.
Where it's like, now what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's funny because you achieve your goal and then you're just like, do I just kill myself? What do I do now?
Yeah.
My thing is that I never want to be a shell of myself. I never want to fade.
Mm-hmm.
That is my biggest fear. I do not want to fade. If anything, I'd rather end on a high note.
Of course.
And then that's the way you should go out. Go out on a high note. Go out Seinfeld style.
But what would you do if you retired? Like, what's your days looking like if you just retired?
I would find other things to get into that I might not be as passionate about it, whether it's voice acting or maybe radio. Maybe I'll start my own podcast. There's so many different veins I can go into.
Porn?
And so it's just, believe it or not, I've been approached.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I've been approached.
Porn?
Yes.
Who's talking to you?
It's not a matter of a company, but I've been offered money to do things.
Whoa! From fluffy to fluffer.
That'll be the name of the book.
Yeah.
I could write a book. So,